we are officially back from break. I'm gonna go ahead and host a yellow ID rescue from Mogul. We with Promethean Road in just a moment. If worse, but do you think Marmal was told this way to see Magikashi? I think Force is actually really good in this quest. It's just that sometimes I just don't want to be the character. Like, when you've been playing the character between, like, the past few days for, like, over 15, 20 hours, that's too much for me. I'm feeling like the start of burnout with PSO. So, likely for my health, I will not stream on Thursday. I will take a break. I definitely will not do a stream on Friday. Character has a V801 and a single adept. I should probably gear them more seriously. Geocloak 3 seals is fine. I'm going to be using a mix of ice and everything else. So if this character had Rebarda merge, for example, it'd be fine. I probably want... Oh, I don't see it in there. Yeah, forces are not bad, but they take a little while to pick up. Speaking of grants, that's an upgrade for me. So take another adept with me. I thought I had another cure paralysis, but I don't see it on this character. I'll let me deal with most of these. Adepts also slightly boost my EDK. Never use force. No means no. Bad. Let's see. I was about to do that quest, but let's not do that one. Let's go back to Rescue from Mogul. Chat being chat, apparently. So basically, I just want to be resounding most of the time. Don't think... Oh, I do have the Rebarda merge on this character. So this character's set up then for this quest. It's not bad. I guess the plus side of gearing up for episode 4 boss and having Rebarda merge means that I can do this quest. We're still listening to another Eden for people that weren't here in the previous portion of the break. There is a lot of songs, apparently. Been listening to some of them. Well, on break. Did you want high machine red handgun? Absolutely. Unfortunately, I felt like this song had lyrics I didn't want to say anything. Okay, there's an instrumental version of the same one. Okay, 40 machine's not bad, thank you. Welcome, Chris. Hope you're doing well. Chris, feel free to boot somebody on stream. You haven't played yet today. I know you were interested in playing. We've been going strong for a little bit. It's like a small break, but we're back. Hopefully the New Year is treating you well. Chris is a time traveler from the future. It's been New Year's for a while for him. He's like, yeah, that's old news. That was like 10 hours ago. I feel like garbage, not sleep, and feel like getting sick. Sorry to hear. $2025 sucks so far. Well, if it makes you feel anybody better, 2024 drop rates have been good for some. I'm not in that category today, though. I mean, there's still a couple hours. Yes, we'll be pausing in about 2.5 hours to go do the retrospective. And if I feel like it, we'll do more. Chris Boat Colette. Yeah, there's gonna be a riot with how many presents were dropped. For Promethean. Yeah, if you wanted to level characters, it's pretty low effort. In terms of quests, we don't have to be super geared. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure people that are waiting in the lobby, if they want to join in, they can get a chance. I know sometimes they're quiet and they just watch on the sidelines, and that's fine. Yeah, Chris has some time to think about it. Yeah, I was gonna say, Chris, I'm not gonna lie, Colette got more presents than you did the entire event so far in just this session. It's kind of insane. I did get a lot the last time it was double present boost. Colette, you're out, damn. It's over. Well, let me do the wall check real quick, see if there's items. Give interest. Something tells me if Colette was here in anniversary, they would have gotten the plat badge. Yeah, I think so. For sure. Tell these hilldogs to leave me alone. Oh, so reminder, we want to group together for the pan arms on yellow ID since it's an actual real drop. Just FYI. So we'll be hunting those very explicitly here. Yeah, I grants him through the wall. Yes, yellow ID gets some decent drops here. There we go. Yeah, I think it's might be photon filter on yellow. It's either yellow or orange gets photon filter on pan arms. Like there's actual real drops and value on pan arms. There's an okay number of them. There's a small chance you get Heaven Punisher. Oh, there's the pan arms. Everybody focus. There we go. Kill the pan arms. Come on, give us a good drop. Okay, let's fight the other pan arms. No worries, Chris. Take your time. Think about who you want to bring. Let's do a few of these quests. Chris came into the salt for real. I don't know what that... I'm not going to ask you to elaborate. I'm just going to hope it's a joke. Elaborate just not on Sundays. That is a comment. Salt is real. I agree, Chris. Real salt. Get rid of these. Don't mind me, just bobbing and weaving. Speaking of bobbing and weaving, I need to put on Ripart Emerge. Now I have Congeal Cloak plus this, so my Rebarda damage is actually fine. Most enemies in caves are weak to ice in multiplayer. Looks like I gotta slightly change my equipment for them. If I had Barda here on a normal button instead of on the control, I probably would have used it there. That's an example where I don't mind putting a lesser used button there. In fact, let me do that now. Just regular Barda here, maybe regular Zond. Good enough. On the off chance I need those for some niche scenario where I don't have Mag Blast, okay with it. It's not something. It's not gonna be my go-to button in like most quests. But for regular Barda, like if I want to hit him from here, for example. Uh-oh. I was gonna say the revolt is starting. It's over. There will be blood. Oh no. Poor Colette. Get rid of the boxes here. Revolt from Ruggle. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, here's an example where I could just take advantage of Barda here. Like walking up and rebarding, you lose so much time walking to be out of position. Rather contribute just a little bit of damage and let the team kill. Alright, so I need the team to come to me. There's gonna be pan arms at the north. Here it is. We're gonna kill the one in the south. Like, you can literally ignore every other enemy, only this fan arm matters. Please do not let this thing go around. Alright, so then we're gonna come to the south. Hopefully we can freeze it here. It's gonna be tight. Hopefully a frozen shooter or something. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, I got excited for a second. I thought somebody got it. It wasn't me, for sure, but I was like, oh. Unfortunate. Yeah, yellow ID actually gets value there, so I figure, you know what? Yeah, you can give me all you want, doesn't matter. Let's try flower. Is he slide kicking into the fish now? We're seeing the emote combos. Up it, no lyrics. I chat, wave your fingers, no lyrics. Oh, oops. Up too early. Fortunate. Wasted some TP there. Yeah, decent machine handgun helps. So thank you for me, Dan. I definitely do not have good enough ones for all my casts. And Humar doesn't need it, but I know my Hue Casteels is only like 20 or something, so it's just an easy upgrade. I think my Hue cast just picked up a 30 with like 20 hit. It's like unironically usable. I won't use it very often for damage, but I could kill with it in theory. Oh no, the fish is summoning a giant tentacle apparently. Soundtrack's not bad so far. It's something I could see myself putting on in the background. It's not like the most I've been into in a soundtrack, but it sounds good. I will say though, Chad, I'm letting you know, I have been really addicted to the Yakuza 8 soundtrack, and I'm like, damn, I'm not up to that game yet. I want to play it so bad, but I can't. Buff what we can here. I'm gonna try to freeze both of them. Nice, good recover from team. Good. So yes, the Grass Assassins are Heaven Punisher. It's either a Heart of or it's a Photon Filter. I'll put it that way. For the Pan Arms. Either way, it's worth value. Like minimum 20 PDs of value from those things. I figure on the minor chance we go to caves, you might as well get something that gets like Red Saber, Red Handgun, Frozen Shooter, then off chance rares in caves. About as good as you could get, honestly. Buy all my dye fluids. Yeah, sadly blue ID is not really worth running here. It's a hard up for yellow. Thank you, HellCleave. I'm like, I know both IDs. It's very good because we had this conversation I think off stream before, or CF1. As I was talking before about it's like, oh, it has all this value. It's like, damn, wait, there's no Pan Arms in CF1. So it's worth going at least for those. It's nice, you know, we get an off chance Frozen Shooter from like the 30 Hill Delts or whatever that are in the quest. And then when we get the 50 and 60 ofs, let's see exactly what we get. But like for the 50 and 60 ofs, we get Frozen Shooter from Hildator, which is fine. Red Handgun from Bartles, Red Sabers get from Barbles, and then Agito 1975 from Tallow. It's not bad. Potentially Guard Wave on Lily is okay, but getting Songe or Red Sword would be a lot of value. Yeah, it's nice that Pan Arms is like actually worth killing. I really hope that if they update the drop charts that they really fix skill chick drops or something in Spaceship. I just feel like Spaceship is just so bad on like almost every ID that is not orange, sometimes sky. Purple has like that niche ignition cloak hunt. It's like, I don't know. The other IDs of like, man, guild chicks and dub chicks are just such dead drops there. Meanwhile, like episode 1 gets like S parts and all that stuff. Like, can you imagine if they just put like anything of value on those? I'm not talking like Zomba or something like that. I just mean like even just like the equivalency of like a D part armor or something. So sad. Yeah, even the pan arms there are also kind of bad. So I'm hoping that if they're going to replace anything with hard ofs, that they seriously put it in spaceship for some IDs. That is like a no fun zone. Although I will say, like, orange at least has like holiday quests that line up and make it worth value. But if they're going to do more custom quests, honestly, I would really rather them see something focused on like early episode 2 or something fun in episode 4, just because I like episode 4. I think I'm not really interested in more custom quests for episode 1. I'm like, they have enough. Episode 2 is only playable due to custom quests. I'm like, please do whatever you want. Give us more Penumbral Surge-esque quests. It is such a shame that 5 is active currently. Like, the only one that is, like, not playable start to finish. What a waste. Yeah, as I said before, I can't imagine it's worth running just to do the reset for Heaven Striker. I saw people talking about it in, like, one of the forums as a reminder that that's a thing that exists, and I'm like, am I really gonna do a run for 18 kills? I don't know, chat. Like, even like Terrell's resets are not really all that fun for me, let alone something that compact. Like, we'll do our kind of one-offs as a joke, right? Like, we'll do like 1 or 2 Gaigui hunts on Sky ID, for example, but we're not gonna sit there and do it for like 5 hours on stream. I just couldn't imagine doing that for like any amount of time. For those that haven't seen that quest, it is oops all Del beaters, like every other room, and by room I mean hallway, and it is very annoying. So if your party doesn't have Twin Blaze, basically every corridor is a gotcha, and it just becomes very tiresome after a while. Which is definitely a shame, because I feel like there's Del beaters that are in, for example, like the December disasters, but I feel like they're so much more thought out than where they are in Penumbral Surge. Where Penumbral Surge, I just find them ultra annoying because of the sense that they just stop you from progressing constantly in random hallways. Whereas the other ones, they'll slide in and potentially not do damage, or they'll be in a way that you can trigger them when you want to trigger them. Right, like there's ways you could play around it to make it more interesting, and it just wasn't it. That's all I have to say for the others. That's probably the only Penumbral Surge to me that is like a total miss. So I should probably go back to 3 skills. Yeah, just like the other RBRs are kind of bad. Like, I wanted to get more RBR stuff. Oh no, it's over. The present police are coming for you now. Chris is like, damn, why don't I get these presents? We need to open a web browser, oh no. Yeah, there's the table flip. Google, what's my IP? Here we go. There we go. On these extra enemies. And they're rare enemies, but that's fun. So yeah, there's some value to be had from rare enemy on yellow. That's actually not a waste if we get them for the most part. I think Rappy's the only one that's not exciting, but everything else is something. Photon drops too, damn. The streak continues. Alright, so I know the one on the right is death. Learned this from last time. I think it was in Parameter specifically testing it. Giving it a hug. I think Promethean died at level 200 as a Rumbler touching the other switch, if I remember correctly. So if you want to touch it, by all means, just if nobody shut the trap, it's over for you. Yeah. Yeah, at some point post-event, we might show off Knight of Coral. That one has some interesting reset opportunities, but the quest is like a little too awkward to just run. It's also very trolly, which, to be fair, is sometimes funny. Like, sometimes it's okay to get trolled in PSO. Like, you can have, like, a tee-hee, it's funny moment. But, I just don't like the way some of the Sega quests do it, in particular Episode 2. I'm ready to get ambushed and die. Long live me. They put on Rabarda merch since these guys need Rabarda. They've been rescued. Look at that, I remembered to quick menu with the correct menu. You should feel so proud of me, chat. Look at me barrier swapping mid-run and forest of all places. If the team does not get a present from this upcoming room, I'm gonna be disappointed. Just letting you know. Like, did somebody find some? Kind of hard to read off. Interesting. Yeah, I'm calling it out now. Oh, Pal Rappy. Where's it at? There it is. So sad. Sorry, Pal Rappy. You're pretty much a useless kill on like every ID. Buff. Hashtag buff Pal Rappy. These things give a lot of present chances, because every one of those moths can drop a present. Oh, there we go. Hero ability. That's what it drops? Not the best. I mean, I guess if there's any new players that want it, it's better than just, like, horrible stuff, I guess. Antenna has found Girasol with him. Nice. There we go. I threatened the game for the presents. 65 hit lock gun, nice. I think those sell for like 4 or 5 PDs normally. If I recall correctly, chat can correct me. Normally see kind of like those rifles and handguns going for that much. So it's a good hell alternative. I think it's even slightly better than 50 hit handgun if I remember correctly. Yeah, it might be worth a cookie by itself. It depends on like deflationary value if it's worth 4 or 5. I usually see it around that range. It's good for players that are looking to do their box runs and stuff like that. That's like, this is why it's like this event is good for starting over maybe something like Anniversary is really good to be at, don't get me wrong, but like in terms of actually getting the items needed to start, this might be a little better with RNG. This is the Reaper's power. Although getting some bronze badges isn't the worst. New player. Want to get your early soul scythes. machines are here. Walk away. Hopefully this triggers them. Sadly. Donated. Yeah, 40 machine's pretty solid. It's one of those things that if you are interested, because you also have to think of it this way, I need quite a lot of them because I'm gonna have like a lot of hue casts. I'm like, I'll take any percent red handgun at this point. Machine. Yeah, if you were ever thinking about making a hue cast, please, please, please pick up red handguns. Don't put them away. They're so good. Game, please. This is making me doubt what the item is. Okay, it does go to 40. Allegedly. I feel like this boss music equivalency's playing. I'm just trying to get this Decker to give me a better item. Damn you, Decker. I could kill Falls, but I can't kill these Uprising and Bills. Look at all this. Look how much money he's making off of me right now. Ridiculous. Hello? Where's the 40%? Are you witnessing this, chat? Is this the unluckiest streak you've seen? Where's my 40%? No, where's the 40%? Holy, this is like 15. Holy, that should tell you where the luck is today, chat. This is at least 20 now. Holy, it's still not right. It needs to be 40. Unreal. Unreal. I can't get this identified. Game, please. What is this? I failed it so many times, I literally double checked to make sure. Chat, is there something wrong with red handgun? Do we need to get a mod? What is this? Does chat even remember how much money I started with? Like, I feel like I've been here for like 30 attempts. What is going on? Hello? If I hit 2,000 and we still don't have it, I'm putting it in the bank at this point. There we go. Holy. It was so bad. That was like pre-tech fix amount of rerolls. That was atrocious. Give it to Colette to tech. That was so bad. Holy, I think Chris was interested in hopping in. That was abysmal, chat. I want somebody to go back and count how many that was. I swear that was over 30 by the end. I think I lost almost at least 3K actually. That took me a long time to identify. I want to say it was at 4,000. So there was maybe at minimum 25 attempts. It was kind of insane. There we go. So I think Chris will be joining us now. It'll be like 5 minutes. Okay, then we can mess around just walking around while we wait for Chris. Put away some of these cave dolls. Where would yellow ID go to mess around? I guess technically could do mines, but we're not likely to come across a Sinnoh is the problem. Yeah. I know what you're thinking, but like it takes forever to get to one. It's just gonna be a lot of guild chicks. I guess we could do it on the off chance Chris is delayed. Ours for handguns was actually kind of tempting, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, I went to mines. Oh, right. Not playing lower difficulties, it's fire. Yeah, because you have to think of it this way, the first Sinnohs are like 8 or 9 rooms in. That's a really big walk. This gonna be guild chick murder for a while. I guess that begs the question, is RNG Forest any good? I haven't thought about it. Nope, no buffs for you. Only suffering. I'm like, you're a raw Mar, you can buff yourself. No pity, no mercy. Get rid of the guild chicks. Yeah. This is a board. It's gonna be like 4 rooms before we see a Sinnoh, so I really doubt we'll get to be 101. But while we're waiting for Chris, it's better than not doing anything. Look at that lone box. I was gonna say, I assume it has to be over this way. One thing I don't like about the PSO map, and I hope they actually do something about it. My wish is that the doors stay loaded at a distance so you can tell if they've opened or closed. It wouldn't do anything for veteran players, but oh my gosh. Do I find it so annoying to not know what door is opened in some of these quests. They're like off screen. The other thing I would humbly request, I think, if I were to make another very minor change in terms of like the impact to the game itself, when we do new mop-up Operation 4, would they please just lock the doors that don't lead anywhere and don't leave them as green doors? Like like you can't go there anyway. If we just lock the door, that way I don't have to memorize some arbitrary routing through there. Those are my wishes, John. Do they impact the gameplay at all? Presumably no. But it's a pet peeve. There's so many times I've been baited by those doors in New Mop Operation 4. Unreal. I'm not gonna bother opening those. They should be, yeah, I was gonna say, they should be items. I'll gladly open up. Right, nothing of interest there, sadly. There we go, we made it to the Sinnoh room. I like that that's all I know this as from playing, like, back in the day. I was like, yeah. I'm getting lyricked. Nope, no lyrics. There we go, you're getting your V101 chances on. I wish Viridian was, like, a little better for Rescue for Regal. Like, it can get them from Grass Assassins, but only having like 17 in the quest is kind of just not good enough to run it. Pickle at jail running solo rescue, got pressed in second room, can't be stopped. Damn, the taunt, the pop off. Let me debuff you. I forgot there was a Sinnoh in one of these rooms. Interesting. I don't know where it spawned. In here. Nice. There we go. Single Sinnoh blue kill. Oh, he got 3 sealed. Sucks to be him. Blows with him, it's fun. There's so much downtime in between kills, I don't mind resting between waves. He's trying to hit me. Not very successful. But in his heart, he's winning. There we go. Oh, that wasn't the last wave. And it wins. A couple more Sinnohs. There. I kinda win. Oh, Berserk mechs are pretty good. Where's Chris? We managed to make it to mine too. Donde está Chris? Did I know about what? The floor disappearing? Which area do you mean? I mean, there's a lot of glitches with episode 4. No. I still see the floor. If that's where you're standing, I still see the floor. Unless you did something like... I'm gonna teleport out. Yeah, Berserk mechs are slightly better on Hunter, because they want to drain their health for Dark Flow. But they're not bad as like a replacement if you don't have Charged Vulcans. They're just risky for Rangers, and Rangers don't have a reason to do risk. There's no benefit from them being low on health. Like, technically it'll do more damage than like a Charged Vulcan if I remember correctly, due to those special items generally having more ACP. Post in the Discord. Oh, look. Weird. Yeah, for me, I still saw everything. Although... Interesting. There we go. Chris has now arrived. He's trying to level the Hunu roll. He went for Scarlet, I went for Blue. Noticing a color theme with the characters. I think I need like 2 more red handguns for future heat casts. And then obviously if I ever get one with like 80%, it'd be amazing. But I really doubt that'll happen. There we go. Like 20 damage. So sad. So that shows if I had Tempest Cloak, that would have killed. Oh well. That's usually why for dedicated areas I leave them with the Elemental Cloak. Sometimes it saves me a spellcast. By enemies. so we'll go for another 2 hours, see what happens. Okay, trying to play with one hand as I open this can. So it's at a weird angle, kind of hard to open. Nice presence. There we go. I found a better position to pop that. Promethean opens it, gets Seal J sword. And he's like, how many is that in cookies? It's all over. Gonna say, I think Chris would kill a man for the Seal J sword. All over. What debuffs in here? Unironically, I'm kind of wondering if it's worth cannon rouging, excuse me, all those marbles. Like 1,300 PDs worth of cookies. Come on. The cookie addiction is real. Yeah, I would say Heaven Punisher is gone up on my list of items. I don't... Okay, who didn't talk to the console? It's like, it wasn't me. It's gone up on items I'm slightly more interested in, because before it was like, I have Heaven Striker, I have Striker Unit. Oh, nice, red handgun. And it was kind of one of those things where it was just... I didn't really see a reason of getting it. I didn't know when they... I still don't even know 100% when they added the Divine Filter, other than that was, I don't think, a thing last year. They've been steadily adding things in. Like, it's pretty recent. I don't think it's... It at most has been a year and a half if it's come out, and they slipped it in with one of the other cosmetics. And, like, I don't pay attention to it when it's all the cosmetics. I didn't realize that one had a functional difference. Do a wall check real quick. Red handgun with only 15 machine. That's disappointing. I'm not going to go back for that one. It's got to be a minimum of, like, 30 for me to go pick it up. Or if it has, like, 40 hit or something weird, I'll still pick it up. Is this up before? It's not a bad handgun. It's more useful for beginner players for obvious reasons, but from the standpoint of it is enough ATP that most classes could use it is kind of funny. So, like, in theory, if it was really well rolled, I could just use it as force over, like, charge ray gun, for example. Where I just don't think I have the ATP to really back it up. That's why I was thinking from a while back when I picked one up that had a 30 hit, if that would be good enough. On, like, Faux New Roll, so she could do damage. Because that would technically put her in, like, Hunter attack range. Just fine. Get laser in the face. Pull the pan arm really soon. Here, Mr. Pan Arm, I need you to die. Come join me, team. There we go. Resistance on the other one as well. As long as at least one other person's helping with it, it's good. Yeah, we need to make sure those Pan Arms get super murdered. Yeah, I have so many buffs on that I can actually kill them with Rabarda rather than letting them off themselves. It's useful to have. Which? 1, 2. Focus on them, I have pure paralysis. Baby steps. The sheer force after this. This quest isn't very hard. Like, honestly, it's like... It's one of those ones where, like, if you want to practice as a force and still be useful, this is a place you could still be a blaster force, right? Like, you can be, like, menuing for Razan. I don't care at the moment, but you could. Like, I care more about doing better in episode 4, or sometimes I'll mess around with menus if I'm in Forest. But it's actually kind of fun, because they have a lot of control. I would just say, like, when in doubt, if you're wanting to pick it up and you don't have all the enemy readers, and you're like, okay, what do I do? 80% of the time in Forest, you're going to be Razanding. 80% of the time in Caves, you're going to be using Rabarda. Like, it's... You might... If you see they're immune to it, you'll switch spells, and that's about it. But almost everything takes chip damage from lightning, which is good. Like, even here, if I'm not doing massive damage, it's all good. Yeah, it's just one of those things. You just gotta get used to it. They reward you for menuing because you just get more DPS. So it's like, they're the most active class, I would say, in the game. Because other players just hit an attack button and that's it most of the time. But it's like, no. You were either turboing, quick menuing, or doing whatever in order to get like every drop of DPS. So there is a lot of menuing. And then you potentially are switching barriers. Sometimes you go as far as swapping out a whole bunch of units too. So for example, it probably would be worth it in this kind of quest if you had like double adept, D801, but then like a god technique. And as long as you stayed away from the cure paralysis enemies, squeezing out the extra damage would matter on your character. Because there's a couple times we've seen so far where I'm like only under damaged by like 100. It's possible with like another technique level and forecast that you could do another 20 a shot. But more likely than not, you'd have to be somewhere more in the 50 range. Like if I were to hit these guys and I saw that they were like at 50, I would say for sure God Technique would make a difference. It is what it is. I'm starting to get some photon drops. That's always fun. Though honestly, if we end up switching, I would probably eventually just play into my yellow ID Rockcast. I was thinking about if I wanted to be him in this quest earlier, as he could DPS the brains out of everything. We got rid of Coletta, now we get all the drops. Oof. Or evilstever. Yeah, I would say forces are actually somewhat fun to play in solo in episode 1, but they're a little less fun in episode 2. You kind of have to nitpick which quests you do, where like it's just so much easier to hit weakness in solo. They have like half the HP, and the weaknesses to lightning are much stronger. Like for example, in caves, lilies take full damage from lightning, where they don't in multiplayer, which is really annoying. Which means that if you're playing like this kind of quest solo, and you have nothing but Razan boosts, or you're playing with 3 seals, that's great, because everything dies to you, and you don't need to think at all. You're like, yeah, I'm just gonna be a 3 seals player. And, like, you could occasionally Gafoe stack if you want to, but it's not like... It's not even like a great strategy in most episode 1 areas. Just most of the time, there's like 2 or 3 waves, and then the wave that is usually weak to fire is first, so you don't really get a good opportunity to set up on them, which is a bit of a shame. Ooh. Be careful, team. I saw you pull the lilies, but then not hit them. Scary. Alright, Pan Arm's coming up. Yeah, this Pan Arm needs to die. Thank you. Got one more. Good job, team. Nice murder. I think it's the Melqueaks that give red swords on yellow ID. It's always one of those ones where I'm like, I know they get it, but who drops it is another question. Jokes on them. I'm using Rabarda. GG. I'm gonna touch this just for TP. Saves me like 3 dye fluids. Could be relevant later. Eh. There. Tracked already at 161. Congratulations for track. You'll have to let us know if that was your highest level character across all the times that you played. I'm sure it feels much better to be Rockcast now. You just have so many raw base stats at this point. Defense, health, damage, accuracy. Nice. Congratulations on the new highest level character. Yeah, you'll find as you start hitting the 160s, if you aren't already moving your ATP units into ATA, you should pretty much be at max ATP, especially if you're wielding heavily powers. So it'll definitely be advisable, even if it's just like L farm. Pick up whatever you can to get your accuracy higher. Yeah, so you'll be substituting out any of those units for more accuracy. Only 152 because Collect kept taking in the drops. Damn. The lore goes deep. There we go. Yeah, like here's an example. Every single enemy in this room is weak to thunder. If I don't see the grasshopper looking thing, nothing can really stop you from spamming. Like, here's an example. That enemy is very annoying, so I'm gonna use Rabarda to kill them. So again, if you were mixing between Rabarda and Razan naturally, great. Those are the only two spells you need. I don't even use fire at all in Forest, even in multiplayer, unless I'm Gafoe stacking for wolves, but as I said before, there's actually not a lot of quests where you can take advantage of that. It's not like episode 4 where it's like 6 waves back to back and like 3/4 of them are weak to fire. It's more like, maybe you'll get it. Ooh, a red saber. You have to let us know if that is machine percentage. If that does, it's actually potentially worth something. Like a lot. Well, I say a lot. You know, potentially more than 10 PDs. It's what I'm willing to say. It rolled well. Damn, no machine. That's so sad. Ooh, if that was like 35 machine, that would have been so sick. I would have been like, I'll give you a PD for it or two. Like just on the spot. Like, I'll trade for you. Want that item. The reason being is Faux New World needs it. That's why I think Faux New World is actually not too bad on Red ID, because she's able to go to most areas where it's relevant. Yeah. I don't... Yeah, it depends on... Yeah. Maybe not exactly 40. For me now, I think I just picked... Now that I think about it, I think I do have 140. I picked it up last time. But if there's anything that's like over 50, 100% I'd pay PDs for it. It wouldn't even be a question. I think last time I got one that was like 40 machine, 20 hit or something weird. But ideally, with the Faux New World, you would have to wear the Crimson Coat plus that item for it to be useful. So it could be kind of annoying and kind of like a big stat check if you want to bring her into like TTF. So like, for example, my Red ID Faux New World Dumpling has it because she's, one, the ID that I like to bring into TTF, and then 2, she's at least high enough level that at least she has some ATP to back it up. Yeah, it could be pretty rough. Although, funny enough, now that I learned about the other maximum attack, basically skipping everything to go straight to falls, like, I don't know how much I need it now. Like, I would have needed that on my orange ID character, but given that I don't need to go to falls, I could just choose to not do it. Or even if I do end up at falls, it doesn't matter, because I don't have to go through Bolt Op. kind of one of those things. I'm gonna say music's popping up. I'm like, listen, music. It's only farce. It's okay. These guys. Yeah, my raw cast will be deleting whole roof for sure. Did not mess around. I'm willing to do very hard quests with him at this point. It's like one of the only DPS. Whoa! But was that a glitch? What happened there? Did chat see that? He just instantly hit me, but he didn't have a landing animation? What was that? It's like did I just not see him blended against the wall, or did he just literally spawn and instantly hit me without doing his landing stuff? Yeah, the other ones did their normal, they land, they rise up. I just walked around the corner and he just punched me. It was like, what? I don't think you're normally there. Nice. Congrats on the present. Chris has been dying for some presents. Photon crystals, not bad. I think Chris has been using them to get Last Swan and Master Raven, so it's actually not too bad to get those, as I said before. Newer players will take advantage of the hit percentage on monster parts. Most veterans will have done that a long time ago, unless they're making like a ton of spares. But getting extra Master Ravens and Last Swans isn't too bad. Like, I think Promethea would love those. You could turn what would normally be a PD, aka the Photon Crystal, into a 7 PD item, aka a cookie. The magic trick. I still see that Storm red handgun from before. Oh, I hear fireworks near me. Super early for fireworks. Still at least another 2 hours. Nice, you got accuracy on your level. Yeah, I've selected the correct switch and have not died. Mission accomplished. Oh, I shouldn't do that frame 1 freeze. That could cause the no damage, I think. Should be careful. It's like Gibbles. Yeah, I'm happy this character got 1 extra level. I'll take any additional stats to not get knocked down in episode 4. The 314 defense with, I think that's only with oh, it's with 2 adepts. Good. Yeah, almost all my forces are basically the same level except for Sky ID Force. It shows that I just really don't play Sky ID, and I just don't have a reason to. I think that's my problem with them right now. Maybe other people could tell me ways they felt inspired to play a Sky ID Force, or like where you would go with Sky ID that isn't just Gaigui. During the anniversary event, it made sense because we had access to Goron detonators without needing to do like a whole quest to get to them, which is why I'm not really that interested in doing CF4 Sky ID, because the anniversary Sky ID was so much better. I think almost literally double the Goron detonators in half the time, because you don't have to go through an entirely pointless area to reach it. They're just really solid overall. And at some point for Chris, we'll do more December Disaster for V502s. But for now, I figured he'd enjoy leveling his ults. Congrats on hitting 130, by the way, Chris. Yeah, that's what I was saying before. I thought they could get Daylight Scar in in Christmas Fiasco too, and I was like, oh damn, that's right, they don't get it. They have to fight Barans, and there's no Barans in the quest. So it's like specifically an RNGID tailored quest where we could get Gibble chances, etc. Played a little bit with Chris there. Off stream, so Chris knows what quest I'm talking about. I think Chris would agree. That quest was actually fairly doable with just 2 people. It's like actually shocking how not garbage that was. And you know, and then you go to central control area and then you're like, oh, never mind. Found the garbage. Like, doable to a certain room. Yeah, exactly. Like, well, I found the episode 2. Yeah, yellow ID is so fun. Honestly, I'd almost even want to do a respective tomorrow. That way we could pretend the stupid guy, or not guy, the stupid Gi phase on the beach is like actually just pressing checks. It finally is value. We found out the secret. Or RT. Yeah, like this is a room I'll potentially get Bowie stack in. But again, like one of the final waves that spawns, immune. Oh no, I would recommend for sure. Don't play the RT with the Hunural. Sounds like a nightmare. Get ready to never hit anything ever. What is RT? Well, that sounds like we need to do it soon. We'll do one more of these as a courtesy on this, but we'll do RT after that. You'll need it if you ever want to make a hunter. You're going to be doing your respective tomorrows. It's a boss quest, so it'll need somebody to do big damage, so I will guarantee come in with big damage. As long as we have some buffs and debuffs, I don't care whoever the 4th player is. Chris, I think, is a couple characters that are more than strong enough. Retract is pretty close, but I think the problem with Retract is that he just needs a Cannon Rouge. Like, once he gets a Cannon Rouge, that kind of quest is going to be so much easier. He at least has, like, the bazooka. And honestly, he'll probably, unironically, be using that, like, 60% of the quest. Because there's just so many times we're fighting, like, Worm Boss or Dragon, and they're just out of range. I mean, you could bring in your level 200 Rawcast, I don't care. I'm bringing in my level 192 when we go to do it. I'm going to be dunking on these enemies all day. Take the power materials. Oh, somebody activated before I could check the Rappies. That's so sad. Rip. Rappy remains unchecked. A lot of escape dolls in this character's inventory. Yeah, I might see if I could get away with giving everybody just one adept. I technically took one off of my, it's not the right character bank. I technically took one off of my Hugazil. Way too many escape dolls. Did up with 13 defense materials. Gross. Alright, how many PDs am I now up to, out of curiosity? Especially with the present fiasco from earlier. 52. I got 151 PDs so far in this event. A lot of PDs. This is like earnest grinding for the value. Yeah, we'll do this quest again, but I'll bring in big damage. And then maybe we'll do an RT or something like that. More as a joke than doing it seriously. And at least Yellow ID potentially gets Galatine, which is worth value. Yeah, I'll still host with the new character. Done. Bank 3. So all my forces are at a pretty good point where if we're playing with people that are like brand new, or they're like level, level 80 to like 100 or so, not necessarily fully geared, I feel at least he does enough fire damage to just carry everything. Unlike my Humar, who I have no idea when we're gonna level this character. But you can see like everybody else that I like 190 plus. Him 134. That should tell you all you need to know, chat. He's the only character so far of the original 12 classes I have never gotten to 180. Even to this day, he still has not hit that level. The time for Tankus is upon us. The shame he just has a Cannon Rouge with Dark %. Like, what a waste of a Cannon Rouge, to be honest with you. Change blocks. Chunka, 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 chunka. Am I using a Heavenly? Huh. I mean, I guess it works. The max stats. Sometimes that's all that matters. Like V5 check, max stats check. I do have that Cannon Rouge from earlier. Let me identify it. Might put his other one in the character bank for now. Yeah, the 20% hit actually kind of matters. This is scaring me with these terrible rerolls. Okay, so it needs to go to 20 hit. Holy Tekker, please. John, I'm being robbed in real time. Can you report the Tekker? Like, where's my 20%? No. Jeez, come on. Yeah, it needs to be 20 hit. Holy, come on. Yeah, A-Beast actually matters a lot because most of the bad bosses that you have to fight are A-Beast. It's kind of a massive damage jump for RT in the future. Game, please. Holy. I think I'm allowed to complain, Chad. Did they... Honest question, did they roll back the changes and not tell anybody? What is this? Okay, I'm now cognizant of my money. I'm at 2303. There we go. Yeah, see, I was calling it out. I was like, I dare you to not give me that upgrade. Holy, yeah, the RNG is terrible. Damn, if that was a charge caliber, I'm not gonna lie, chat, I would have purchased that. I don't know about you. 50 hit dark, or 45 dark, 50 hit charge caliber would have been so sick. I've been like, wait a minute. I'm like, wait a minute, let me just buy one for each of my Hue casts. That's good enough. Oh, man. Sorry about that. Let me just put some grinders on this. I don't have many in my share bank currently. We'll figure it out. Did I actually run out? Huh. Get more later. Maybe. I don't know if I do machines specifically. I just know dark. There's so many times where I'm doing ruins where I absolutely would just use giant sword in ruins, if not dark flowing them. Yeah, so we're gonna be on a lookout for grinders since this thing is not maxed. Oh, I've been the buffed. Well, sort of. Charge arm here. Consistent damage is so nice. Oh boy. Yeah, like this character could be damage or utility. It got V101, V502. Help people to stop fighting me, see what happens. And honestly, the needle damage is so high. I contemplate if I ever felt in the mood to do more episode 2, whether or not I would want a Berserk Needle. It seems a bit more niche than getting definitely my other choices. I definitely want some demon shot for some of that BS we saw in episode 2. Not where I thought he landed. Crappy. Rip. I had a 95% chance hitting them. It's not terrible. If this had native, I think it would basically two-shot. It's good information to know. Yeah. You'll probably get Hell Needle and then Demon Shot. Because I already have Hell Shot. The rest has been really good. I like it more in solo play, but it's not bad in multiplayer. Like, I like that it's just kind of fast damage. Yeah, the problem is more like... I could see why you would use Slicer Fanatic, but there are definitely a lot of rooms where I was like, I kind of just need to brute force through a target, and Slicer is just not good enough for it. Like, I'll give an example. Every single time in episode 1 and episode 2 where they decide they want to put a Baranz behind a wall of enemies, I don't really want Slicer. I want Needle to apply multiple times very quickly, or I want Shot if they're like really far back. That's kind of my thought process for it. Or like when we were doing that awful CF2, CF2, that was a demon shot world. I would not want to use Slicer in that room where there's enemies literally everywhere. That room was terrible. And I could see it being useful even to an extent with an if I'm trying to hit through to hit Gaiguis, I don't want to get close enough that they can debuff me as certain characters. I find super annoying that they could do that. Oh, team, please hit the Rappies. I'm gonna say I'm one of the only people without spells. I mean, I can fire trap them if I see them, but not usually that close to them. Yeah, like if I was playing Endless, I think I'd prefer Berserk over Demon. But I could see kind of it going either way. Pause. Yeah, like if it's like single target, it's not too bad. But there are dozens of times at this point where I was like, man, if I had Demon right now, I'd be so happy. Oh, we need a Zalor. We're not getting a Zalor. Fortunate. Paralyze them. Those. Yeah, you left the pan arms behind. One of the only things we need to hunt. Also buff us, please. Welcome, Eldritch. Yeah, we go for full clear. We don't just leave when the door's open. Thank you, Eldritch, for the well wishes. I'm kind of recovering. Still feel kind of sick, honestly. Bull does not want to go away. By lilies. Up like slightly too early. Come on, though. We're dragon. Like, I don't even have to use special at all with this Vulcan. So dumb. Charge Vulcan OP, chat. Just the fact you could apply your 1350 ATP. Kind of disgusting. What a character. I guess I should be a little more aggressive with freeze traps. Now that we're in caves, I'm more likely to use them. I just didn't really see a big point in forest. They die so quickly. But when in doubt, if I don't think I have DPS with me versus the Pan Arms, I should either be using the Seize Needle, or I should be using Confuse Trap, because that gives you more time than Freeze Trap does. I think that would be the correct call in the moment. Hope they enjoy being frozen popsicles. That didn't freeze them. I say, where are my Vulcan shots there? Alright, so now we're gonna go in. So I'm gonna tell everybody to come with me. Here's where I have an opportunity. So I can like free stack them like this, for example. And we can go ahead and kill the other one. This one's gonna be tight. Oop, he froze it, nice. This is it before. Oh, there we go. Unfortunately, they kept hitting me every time I went to trap shoot. That really sucked. Oh well. Well, anyway, Confuse Trap, unlike Freeze, can get stacked, so I don't have to worry about timing the Pan Arms at all. You get a chance, can you give me the name of the song that just ended? I'll back it up. I'm assuming you mean this one. YouTube, please. Paradoxical Dreamers from Another Eden is main story boss battle theme, one of many, I'm sure, because it's a long game. That one felt very East 9. Yeah, the people that basically, I'm gonna say wrote? I don't know if that's the right term. The people involved with Chrono Cross might be the better way to frame it. Ended up working on Another Eden, so much so to the point that there is literally a Chrono Cross crossover in Another Eden. Like, that was probably one of the easiest crossovers of their life. They're like, oh, I did this story of like Xenogears, and now I'm doing this game. How convenient the IP that I previously worked on is here. A Chrono crossover, yeah. I was gonna say, if it's a Chrono crossover, it'd just be miss, miss, miss. 99% is a lie, remember that, chat? Okay, got rid of all the traps. Should kill most of the room. Shows you. Go with. Goodbye, Chargon. Well, that time it froze them. Whatever. Guess I could leave. Trap here, maybe? Trap here, maybe? Guess that works. Like, I think that works? Just as long as nobody walks on it, it's free kills. Ouch. Damn, didn't even need to use special. I'll wait for the buffs near the Dragon console. Sadly, nothing of interest spawned there. Yeah, really didn't see like a ton of grinders drop so far. I missed like one total. Get more from somewhere. Yeah, the reason why Cannon Rouge is really strong, just again, it works on almost every boss in the game. Even episode 4 boss is weak to Cannon Rouge. It's kind of insane. So like the Anno Bazooka, however you say it, is not a bad alternative. Yeah, just doing like that much damage in one shot is just disgusting. Like what if it crits, it does like almost 5,000. Like you can see the damage difference, like 300 to all parts versus 700. This gun is really, really overpowered. Oh, it died. GG. Got him. Poor dragon, actually hard bullied. GG. I just walked away, it was already dead. Disgusting. I like the rock house though, just carries the giant bazooka with one arm. Like, yeah, this makes sense. It's definitely the optimal way of holding such a device. They're like, if I use my other hand, how will they see that I have red ring? Oh boy, untargetable. Yeah, that's kind of the downside. If those enemies are hit before a player spawns in, they just become literally untargetable to everybody. Out of curiosity, is this worth doing? No, not really. Not enough enemies. Needs to be like 10 enemies to make it worth it. I mean, you guys make them do the little happy dance. I'm not gonna say that doesn't happen. Freeze trap here. I think somebody needs to walk towards the other door. I'll walk towards the door. By walls of enemies. Oh, that didn't kill you? Oh. You just used a heart attack, I realized that. So much damage. Yep, if chat has any other questions about the songs, let me know. Another Eden is gonna be a long soundtrack, chat. Like, it's 119 songs, and none of them are like 1 minute, so it's gonna be a whole bunch of time. Well, speaking of random value, hello, yellow ID boxes. Every time I think I know something, I'm like, no, never forget the ad slots in Forest. Like, you're right, yellow ID. You have so much hidden value. No one appreciates you. Just random value. Don't mind me. Get my ad slots in Ultimate. I'm assuming team has that. Oh, right, I can't touch that right away. Ew, I picked up Megan. Gross. At this point, I might as well just special, right? Like, what's the downside? It's gonna be throwing freeze traps everywhere. What are they gonna do about it? buff timing. We'll probably get buffed as we wait at the next door. Nice. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of tempted to put on the Yakuza sound. I'm thinking about this. There's like elements of it that I like, and it sounds good. There hasn't been a song where I'm like, I hate it. But man, my brain is just listening to the Yakuza soundtrack, even right now. So good. I want to hear that music in context for 8 specifically. I'm worried the game will disappoint me. Okay, I want to watch if the Hill Delt does that goofy nonsense it did a moment ago. It does. Okay. It does just clip into existence. I'm not hallucinating. It does just refuse to jump. It just starts off walking menacingly. There's no hop animation or anything. It's just there to throw hands. Okay. It's quite a spawn. Yeah, I wonder if the extra 20% hit will let me land shots on the worm boss more consistently. Because that boss is normally pretty evasive in both episodes. But we'll get a chance to test it in RT. Although I'd like to get more grinders on this weapon, but at least it's better than what I had before. In terms of percents. I'm mostly only using it on A Beast anyway, so it shouldn't really matter. Oh, I left a grinder up there. Wait, now I can't go back for it. Fix synchro since I'm here. I kind of like the guitar in this one. I might pause the music briefly to humor chat with the song that I keep thinking of. The song has been rent-free in my head since I've heard it. I almost didn't hit that rappy. Break point of the song. Let's pause. Song name was this one. There we go. Appropriate music as we murder everything in forest. Yeah, briefly Yakuza 8, then we'll go back to the other game. So let's stand in here, fight the Telos. Freeze trap here. My enemies. Sorry, enemies. The Yakuza kicked in, it's over. 35 hit cross scar. Oof. Yeah, that is a big oof. I like that I miss aim slightly, but the autocorrect works there. And then every other time I autocorrect, it just makes me face the wrong way. Oh, autocorrect, you're so inconsistent. I love you. The love-hate is real. I don't need... These guys are so done. I'm basically throwing out freeze as much as I can just to only use specials to clear this wave. Honestly, pretty effective tactic. Thank you for the good luck and parameter. Enemy. Or solo guards. Here's your army. Red Saber with only dark. Disappointing. It's alright. At least I saw a Red Saber. It took several runs, but I finally saw one of the drops I was looking for. I just rolled terribly, and I'll never pick it up, but tried, I guess. I guess I could say it kind of worked, but not really. Yeah, I'm almost out of freeze traps. I definitely want to make sure that these things get frozen. Just as much DPS as possible with all specials. You can see I have an 80% chance to land a special when they're frozen. It's kind of important, because that means I could almost get away with purely using the special button. Maximize the damage. The other one that I was thinking of was this song. Although this one is not from Yakuza 8, but it is still a Yakuza song. Also, what happened to my XP meter? XP, please. What the heck is this? Oh? I still don't understand why it does that. That's fine. Anyway, back to murder. This one is, I believe it's called Debt Cleanup from Yakuza 0. We're coming up to my favorite part of the song. I was gonna say, the next song thing we're gonna do, I want to know who does the Yakuza songs. I want to know. We're gonna be listening to whatever else they've done. Get rid of these terrible techniques I picked up. Okay, so I guess we could do an RT into like a TTF. And then I'm gonna go into the retrospect, more or less. Maybe 2 TTFs. And that'll be the final RTs and TTFs of the year. Ugh, regular monomate, get out of my inventory. Oh, this is like one of my few characters without mono grinders? Unfortunate. So sad. Yakuza music is also super good. Anyway, back to another Eden. Also, I don't need that out slot on my back. Hello, mysterious die grinders that have hit the floor. Wherever could they have come from? Okay, I only needed a couple at least. Thank you for the die grinders. I have like 400 plus. It's just, unfortunately, I keep seeming to need them just as I put them away on another character. I just end up with none in my share bag. There we go. A little extra damage on the cannon root would be nice. Yeah, 35 ABs, 20 hit. Pretty solid. Welcome back, Chris. I don't don't know if this counts as lyrics. I'm gonna just skip it ahead. If I'm not sure, I'll just skip it forward. Like, this won't, generally speaking. My ears tend not to trigger it. Sure thing. Leave the episode 2 game open while we give team a chance to recoup. So yeah, we're going straight to RT. So Chris, bring in whoever you want for RT. I'm gonna sort our inventory slightly. You know, use Gel Needle for some support. If I remembered to take off Hell from the other character, I would have used Hell here. I realize it's still in my Rocket Seal from earlier. Unfortunate. I don't need it for clears. Fortunately, Rockhouse is pretty strong. It would have been a nice option. Yeah, I have like a bajillion items to select from. Wasn't sure if chat saw my Heaven Striker on this character or not before. 25 hit one. I put away his Spread Needle forever. Have a reason to use it while I have a Rest Needle. 60 Dark is kind of funny, but honestly the other thing is more useful. Yeah, we're gonna make sure we nuke some people with this. I kind of wish instead of native it was dark, but we'll take what we could get. Fortunately for Promethean, he doesn't have to worry too much about debuffing some of the bosses, or at least he can't do it with Dragon Boss. 2 energy drinks? Ooh. I was gonna say, the Raw Cast army is here to protect the Force. Oh. Your team HP reader is? I mean, I would just close out. If anything acts weird, and just log back in. But it's your call. Oh, yeah, I don't know. That can act weird. So let's do Respective tomorrow. Which might be Retract's first Respective? Question mark? Oh, oops. Dump. I had autopilot for December Disaster. So it's gonna start off with lilies. Just as long as you kill the lilies, we're good. If you don't know anything else about it, just kill the lilies. As long as you do that, people will be happy. Oh, I think Chris is lost. Where'd Chris go? We're now in Purgatory. He's going for the Hell. I'll still use it for a rest, but I'm not going to be using Hell for this run. Like I could, but not really needed. As long as somebody has it, that's all I really care about. Anyway, so I'm just going to immediately turn and kill this thing without looking, because I know he's there. Deal with that bad boy real quick. Like, here's an example. You could just Hell the Rappies if you want to. I have like a personal preference here. To open the boxes, because yellow ID boxes are usually so much value. I like to do something I call not advancing the plot. Your goal is to go north. My goal is to go find those boxes. Listen, chat, you don't understand. I don't care about any kills in this entire room at all. Like, my goal is to make sure that these boxes are opened and checked. If things happen to still be alive when I'm done with it, I'll go deal with it. See that? Somebody got a PD checking over there. Yellow boxes are so good. Like, unironically, like, they have, red barriers and Gavoe amplifiers. Like, they have actual real drops in, like, every box. It's kind of insane. Oh, my favorite spawn in the game. Blanc. Anyway, perish for your humor. So, most of the time what will happen when people are experienced with it, the force will be roughly in the middle because they need to be able to debuff. But since most of the time the numbers are kind of small, you'll see people split between looking at the front and the back. And usually Charge Vulcan is just good enough to defeat everything here. So having like 1 or 2 Rangers... Oh, Reject them with us. So having like 1 or 2 Rangers is good enough most of the time, but having 3 Rangers in RT is absolutely disgusting and monstrous. I want you to know, chat. Like, you're an actual monster if you bring 3 Rangers here. It's not needed. Just get ready for the attack from behind. It's what episode 2 deserves, it's true. Yeah, there's an entire section, which I'm sure Retract will find very funny. I only wield Cannon Rouge for like 4 minutes straight. I don't bother using any other weapon. And as long as we have other Rangers, I never need to swap out. That sounds too much like lyrics. I gotta move it. So anyway, we'll be fighting so the trick with this room, I forgot to mention. If you run at a diagonal against the right wall, you dodge all traps in the room. If you're ever in a party where the traps aren't being shot or like nobody cares, you just run against the wall. Otherwise, what I recommend here is that we split into 2 groups. One group will stay roughly at the back half of the room, one goes in the front. I usually prefer to be in the front. So if you learn to do the back half when you play with me, it would probably work out for you. We'll kill the other ones. Yeah, like we'll just put some freeze traps down every now and then. Good. Like occasionally we'll all turn in the middle to murder it, but you'll see how like with like a coordinated team, like there's only a couple of enemies. Like what is that? 5 enemies for 4 players? Yeah, you could definitely just absolutely wombo combo everything from existence. There's nothing they could really do. Trying to shoot some of the Rappies before they escape, but sadly shotgun's kind of slow. Alright, so what I would recommend is if you have a bazooka, it is bazooka time. So we're going to be fighting Worm Boss. Worm Boss likes to glitch. It'll either be on the right side of the raft, or it'll be in front of us. We want to see it glitch, so we need a buff from Promethean. I'm not doing this boss with 1-minute buffs. Not happening. Look at you, Promethean. There we go. So Promethean will ideally debuff this boss, because it can be a little tricky without Glide Divine, but if he walks forward, he should generally be fine here. But our goal is to just pelt this thing to death with Cannon Rouge. Okay, so we did get the glitch, which is unfortunate. So just shoot with 1,000,000 Cannon Rouge shots and believe. Believe it or not, we're already more than halfway through the boss's health. So I like to pick a corner. I usually stick in the corner that I'm at currently. For those that haven't seen the ultimate version of this boss, essentially there's going to be an orange pig thing. That thing is the most annoying thing ever for human characters. Please kill that as a cast. So if you have Bazooka, just keep it out. There's no reason to swap out. And we'll just Bazooka and hopefully kill the orange thing. If the orange thing hits a human player, they become paralyzed, which wastes a lot of time. Especially if they don't have soul atomizers. Otherwise, you could just dodge the heat seekers. We're waiting for the boss to surface, so I'm just going to stand in the corner here. If you don't stand in the corner, there's a possibility you'll get hit by the shockwave attack. If everybody Cannon Rouges, this boss should be dead in like 1 cycle. 1 more combo, I think it's dead. Keep shooting, chat. There we go, GG. Boss battle's over. That's where having like a really strong Cannon Rouge makes a difference. So you can see this thing is A-Beast, so hit plus A-Beast equals free giant shots of death. Now we're going to do something Retract has never done before, but it's time to perform lineup Olympics. So this is simple. There is a visual cue. There's like a little bolt on the floor at this end of the raft, essentially. And then you just kind of want to line up with it. I'm just trying to get a perfect lineup. Yeah, I think it's on this side. There we go. I think this is correct. I'm just trying to line up and it's kind of annoying. I think it's on this side. Yeah, it is. There we go. So just hold forward. If you did the lineup Olympics correctly, then you just hold forward and you go right to the warp. Yeah, there we go. Look at that perfect lineup, chat. Dead center, I win. I won lineup Olympics. Okay, so the reason why I only use bazooka here, I can hit the dub switch there, and then this gill chick just needs to die. So I'm going to be using bazooka for the next 2 minutes. There's a hidden switch as we come through this doorway, but we have to spawn the dub switch first. I'm going to wait for them to become visible. I'm going to turn around, shoot, without really looking at it in the camera, and then we got to kill this enemy. I guess since everybody's using bazooka, I have to switch weapons, sadly, which does waste some time. It is what it is. I'm not going back for that power material. Right there. This is luck material, I would have thought about it. I'm like, this run already takes long enough. So, chat can kill the wolf. I'm just gonna kill the dub switch. We're gonna go for my fancy freeze. I've only gotten it a few times, but it is really funny. It is possible to hit the pan arm and the dub switch and kill the dub switch in one shot. So let's see if I could go for it here. I think it's something like this. There we go, got it. So it freezes the pan arm for the team with Hell to kill. It kills the dub switch and it freezes. It's so good. It's such a dumb trick. I don't think it saves time, but I love doing it. Okay, the next dub switch is kind of annoying. It's on the left-hand side, but if you shoot too early, you end up auto-aiming to the left. Just make sure you go over there. There's going to be a Baran's at the end of the hallway. Sometimes people will switch to Frozen Shooter to deal with it. But essentially, I'm going to turn around and hit the dub switch that's behind us. The rest of the team will move forward, kill the Baran's, and we'll be a Dragon Boss. So spoilers, Dragon Boss also weak to Bazooka. So if you have Bazooka, there's literally no reason to swap out at all. If you have a very weak Bazooka, it might be worth trying Charge Vulcan damage and comparing how much damage you do between the two. So if you don't have the luxury of Cannon Rouge, go ahead and do it. But otherwise, I'm gonna bazooka this thing's brains out. It's gonna immediately start with an attack, so be warned that if you don't have invincibility, you're gonna take a lot of damage here. If it's freeze, you're very likely to die. If it's electricity, it's annoying, and if it's fire, it doesn't matter. So it's random which one it does. I'm invincible, so I'm just gonna hold forward. So that would be the annoying one, but not like the end of the world. Freeze multi-hitting you means that because it checks often, it could just do like thousands of damage and kill you nearly instantly. Believe it or not, it's halfway done already. Sadly, we can't debuff this boss. So it's in the air now, so we're just gonna hit it with Cannon Rouge. But surprisingly, chat, you will see me walk into the boss on purpose to take damage. The reason being is we need to get Mag Blast by the end of this quest, so I want this boss to hit me. Yeah, hit me again. There we go. Perfect. The more damage you take, the better you are. I'm not even joking. So we ended it with 51 meter, which is not great. My rule of thumb when I play as Ranger is I want to end at about 70 meter by the time I am done with Seaside. So that means that I have to use a little less charge and use a little more heavies, then that's fine. Right? Like, I just have to assess. Like, if I was somehow at 80 meter, I would just use Hell. So the rule of thumb is that usually there's one person that uses Hell, and that person usually ends up pretty far behind in meter, so they have to donate. But if you don't have Hell, more often than not, because you have to kill so many of these annoying little geese, you end up building a ton of meter. So for example, almost every single time I go to kill one of these, it's going to be a meter. So I have to kill the equivalency of about 15 enemies in order to be on par. If at any point I find myself going way over 70, I could switch to Hell if I had Hell. Because there's a cutoff point where it's not worth lowering your time clear here if you already have Mag Blast. So a 50 hit charge Gladius, that is so disappointing. So yeah, just build the best meter that you can. There's a little secret area you could go to build extra meter if you're really far behind. So let's say you're in here and you only have 30 meter. There is a small area in the... Why can't I shoot that trap? Up OP. Anyway, there's a small area we could go to in the next room, which I'll showcase on the stream. It's worth going there on blue ID because that could give you V501s from the enemy that's killed there. Otherwise, it's just kind of a box check. The box checks are mostly miss, but you never know. I mean, you saw we got a 50 hit there, so in theory, it could be something useful. Is it useful usually? No. See, I'm looking at about 63 meter right now, so I'm in a pretty good spot. So the way you view it is that if you're really far behind still after this boss, the boss should add probably about 10 meter. Even with 3 rangers, it's pretty easy to get meter. And if you get hit by a tornado, then you're gonna build a ton of meter. You don't need to worry about meter at all. But from the standpoint of meter gain, what I'm looking to do is to activate it on the second to last room or potentially the last room itself. And the reason that I want to do that is because there's an annoying Sinnoh that blocks a passageway that's guarded by chainsaws. And if you don't have invincibility there, it can zone you out if you're too far behind the group, which is actually pretty annoying. But I'm already at 79 meters, so that tells me that I'm probably kill stealing somebody if I'm at 70 at this point. So I definitely have no concerns about my meter. Otherwise, they could purposely get hit in the secret room, but I think I'll just kill the enemies in the secret room at this point. And by going to the secret room over the other options, if I have a lot of meter, it lets the rest of the team kind of catch up on meter. So this is where, like, it's actually kind of recommended you do a lot of normal heavies over specials. Unless the special builds you meter, like Dark Flow does. Fun fact. Anyway, we're gonna go down the secret passageway. So yeah, I'm probably gonna end around 75 meter, which, as I said before, I'm already good. If I didn't hit a single enemy between now and the end, I'd still be fine, I think. Yeah, look at that. I opened those weapon boxes, sadly nothing of interest. Oh, freeze trap never detonated, that's fine. So I'm at 74 meter, which is good. So kind of, I'm saying the numbers so you could kind of gauge, like as I said before, I want to be kind of like low 70s. 80 would be insane to be at. It means you are definitely hard carrying, where somebody else is just not getting any kills. I'm already at 76, but the room's almost done, which is fine. I'm gonna go back up slightly. Should be some keys near me at some point. There we go. But if you're at 19, you're a 4. So you as a force just need to build 30 meter by the end, which is really easy because you just walk into every chainsaw you see, or it gets smacked once by like Del Beater and you have it. Alright, so here's the strategy. Everybody bazooka. So I'm at 64. You got a little bit of a thing to come up to. So we'll get buffed now, because Chris doesn't have his buffs. So what I want you to do immediately, hold still, don't walk at all from the start. So we're gonna start the boss battle. Turn right, but don't move. But like literally don't move. So the boss is gonna come in like a clockwise fashion towards us, and we're gonna light it up with bazooka. Your only job here is to shoot this thing with bazooka. You do not want to see this thing land. It will target the closest player with tornado if you're trying to figure out how it attacks. But you're gonna teach it that bazookas don't really care about bosses. So yeah, we already did 7,000 damage, so a third of its health is almost gone already. So it's probably going to shoot at me because I'm the furthest closest, etc, etc. I could get a really solid shot here, so I'm going to get hit for a tornado there to build a little meter. Am I going to dodge another tornado, I think? A little far from me now. If you can hit it, great. Oh, it's coming towards us. There's a big opportunity for damage. Oh boy, this boss is getting lit up. So unfortunately it did land, but it's pretty close to death, so I'm just going to shoot it with bazooka. That's fine. So yeah, with 3 rangers, it's possible for the boss to just never do anything else. And that's kind of what we want to see. I don't really want to see the rest of what this boss does. Get out of here. Give us a Galatine and leave. You know what? Accepted. You know what, chat? Accepted. It rolled all zeros, unfortunately. It rolled the literal worst thing it could roll, but we'll take it, I guess. Yeah, unfortunate. If that had rolled with any machine percentage, it would have been amazing. So we're at 85 meter. So what are we gonna do? Charge Vulcan time. And again, if I don't want to build meter, I can focus on support things like traps, etc. So how to describe what we're about to do? You can mostly just wield your single target damage weapon. There's only going to be a couple rooms where you honestly need charge arm, and it should be pretty obvious which ones those are. But 90% of the time, you're going to be fighting 1 or 2 annoying enemies. Like these Sinnohs coming from the ceiling, for example, are kind of annoying. I don't know where it is. I'm assuming it's near a player. There it is. There it was. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to say good luck to everybody with Hell. I'm going to put a freeze trap down as a courtesy, but I'm not going to bother killing these enemies. Yeah, good luck, team. I'm not bothering, be real with you. I've never bothered, never will. Good luck. I put a freeze trap down. Anyway, so what I want to do from here is stand up here and use my charge arm to kill some things. Yeah, mid 90 meter, so I'm pretty good where I want to be. So I'm going to hit this switch so that people don't get poisoned. If an item dropped on that upper path, let us know. You just kind of hope that nothing of interest is ever there, because it's a big time loss to go grab it. But if it's like a PD, we understand. We'll go back for it. If you need to build meter, what I was talking about with those chainsaws is right there. That's fine. He built me meter. It's okay to get hit by that. Like, in fact, it's kind of worth it. In fact, I'm going to get hit one more time on these chainsaws on purpose. So now I'm at 97 meter walking into those. Like, unironically, like, that's a really good way to build some meter. Just, I don't really want to build any more meter for a while now. Hopefully I don't build that much. I'm going to be using more specials. If I had Hell, I would actually be able to really hard control how much meter I gained here. I'm going to put a freeze trap down for the team so they can kill that one robot that's near me. But using only specials means that I don't build any more meter, which is where I want to be. Now, this one's a little tricky. This one's going to require cooperation both from the Force as well as a cast. So we're coming up to a Del Beater room. So if you need meter, go ahead and walk into it. It's fine. We're going to hang a hard right. Basically, we're going to wait a few seconds, and then you could spam Gafoi. I'm going to spam freeze traps. We're going to hard right here. Spam Gafoi. There we go. There's no timing involved. I mean, there is timing. You could learn it. I'm never gonna learn it. I don't really care. That's like the hardest knowledge check in the whole thing. So anyway, I'm at 97 meter, which means I can activate my special whenever I want. So I'm gonna let the team, if you need to build meter, kill those. It's fine. Those are all optional kills, but the Ricos might drop you something. I'm gonna do what I like to call advancing the plot. So this room is kind of fun because there's a little bit of a timing trick you could do here. But right about now, if I were to shoot a freeze trap against this column, it'll hit the Sinnoh that's waiting for me. Isn't that cute? Cute. Speaking of which, if I put a freeze trap here and then walk backwards, the other guy should leap at me. Oh, he blocked the fireball. So unfortunate. Okay, if he didn't block the fireball, that he would have leaped into that and been frozen. So sad. Anyway, I have full control of whenever I want the meter, so I'm at 98. And since I have enough accuracy, I could just special, which is probably for the best anyway. So if you're close to 100, good. If not, you have an opportunity to get like 6 to 8% just from chainsaws without like any significant time loss. Yeah, 96 is perfect. Yeah, so just kill whatever you can. You can help the team stay behind if you have Megid or Hell. There's going to be 2 Morphos you could kill. Don't run into the laser. That's a big time loss. Okay. So now I can get my meter whenever I want. All I have to do is attack something, and I'll be at 100 meter. And as I said before, the reason I want to do this is to trigger my invincibility at a very specific point in the run. Which not a lot of people do, and you don't need to. Anyway, I'm going to go through a hidden wall. You could ignore me. Kill everything in this room. I'm going to come back. I'm going to go ahead and charge arm these. I always open these and get disappointed. The trend continues. I'm disappointed as usual. So anyway, I really just need a little bit of meter here. Although my buff's wearing off could be a problem for me. We'll see. Now I trigger my invincibility, hopefully. Did. Oh, team is still... Oh, yeah, we need buffs. That's a bit unfortunate. I was kind of hoping you guys would have cleared this room by now. That sucks. That was a bit of a waste. So, that's fine. So I still have 8 seconds of invincibility, but it's going to wear off by the time... So I want it for this room, right? So I could walk through while invincible, but then I could also deal with the Sinnohs there. Whatever. It kind of was used, but it could have been better. I'm gonna say, I don't know where he is, but I'm going to kill him now. So if you are really close to 100, this is your opportunity to get it. If you don't have 30, just walk into it a couple times. That's usually my rule of thumb. So what I like to do is I only like the Mag Blast in this room. I do not trust those hallways. They're super jank. So I'm going to use Twins. Try to see what else other people are using. Just going to sort it out real quick. Dolphin is good. Okay. I'm going to say using Twins because that'll let people know, even with stream delay. That's my timing. Perfect. So my recommendation, if you've not fought Ogoflow before, start off with a Heaven Striker, spam only special because the shot can travel upwards. If you're forced, you can Zalor while the boss is off screen. It's really stupid, but you could do it. And then as it comes down, you could transition back to like a Charge Vulcan if you have a good one. Otherwise, if you got a good Heaven Striker, just Heaven Striker its brains out. And hopefully you just hold forward and never get to see what it does. With high enough damage, the boss just dies before it attacks. So we'll see. I have a hit Heaven Striker, which helps a little bit here. This is a before. All three of us are going to be just going pew, 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 pew. As soon as you're able to Zalor, just do it. It shouldn't look like it connects with the boss, but I promise you it does. The target range of Zalor is like maddening. I don't understand it, but we'll take it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. See that? That was the whole boss phase. What are the other attacks? You never need to learn. Just get good. So anyway, here's the big thing if you've never fought Ogoflow before. Do not hit this boss until it looks around. Do not hit this phase until it looks around. I'm going to repeat it again for new players. Do not hit this boss until you see it look around. If you hit it early, it is going to probably kill everybody here. It does a very big punish if you do that. So we wait for a very specific window. Zalor can still work. Zalor's fine. It's looking around, murder time. Uh-oh. There we go. And we don't get to see what the boss does. Goodbye, boss. There we go. That's high level respective tomorrow play. Get out of here, boss. I don't want to see what you do.
Dead already?
Yet. If you hit that boss, it will immediately do Beams of Light, which do potentially 1800 damage. That's usually good enough to kill most players. I think Chris would survive. I might survive. But yeah, it game overs the whole arena. That's goodbye your super buffs. So that is like a little cheeky knowledge check from the boss. Iggy asking for TTF's face? Maybe. Get some money first, though. I think that went fine. Easy kills. Yeah. Sadly, no Parasite Gene Flow. Promethean can hop out. Volunteers Promethean. You're So did get a Galatine, but sadly rolled like literally useless. I mean, like I'll use it. Don't get me wrong, like it is still useful from the standpoint as I can hold it and use it on Volt Up, but it could have been so much better. So I think that means most of my human characters now have a Galatine. I think my Ramar definitely has one. Ramarl has one. I guess this would be the Humars, because I don't think he has one specific to him. Which is fair. He doesn't deserve the, like the 50 machine Galatine or something. So anyway, I'm going to switch over to Red ID. I'm going to play Hucasil. And we'll do a couple TTFs. Somewhere around 11:30, we'll do a cutoff. So probably have enough time for 2 TTFs, and we'll switch over to the retrospective. Let's go ahead and C-bank our way out of here. So there you go. Congratulations, Retract. You survived Respective tomorrow. You can see the power of the bazooka. I mean, how long did we have the bazooka out? Like 8 minutes in the quest out of 24? It was on 2 bosses, all of Spaceship. I even used it for some things in Seaside because I was bored. Use it for box opening. Sorry about the bad force strats. You were fine. I'm telling you, you debuffed where you needed to debuff for the most part. You were pretty much like 0 complaints there. And that's all you can ask for. It's like, did you debuff the final boss? Great. That's all you're gonna be doing is the force. It's like, it's one of those things. Forces sadly just don't do anything in RT. It's to the point where like, I would almost rather just run raw morals all the time in comparison. Uh-oh, it's the all-cast army is here. Oh, Chris is saving the day with some buffs. Okay. We'll go for basically a lot of kills. When in doubt, just kill things other than Indie Belrose by themselves. Because honestly, Red ID is almost a full clear ID for me, the way I play it. It's like good enough. Oops, I missed Chris's buff. I think that was my bad. I walked out of it. Here, so he's progressing the plot. I'll let them finish up that room. I'll help Retract clear the final wave. Happy little freeze trap down. Drain a little bit of my health into a Gear Assault Strike. I think this should work. Now, will I get healed by Chris? Probably. I'm gonna hold hard left when I come into the arena to try to dodge Chris. Striker Mag might heal me. Oh, I think Chris's rested didn't trigger that time. I was gonna say advanced strats when you're dodging your ally mag abilities. Yep. And just at some point, Chris, just to lure it, and we're good. Just pew-pew lasering the dragon disrespectfully. There we go. Oh, we got it. GG. Literally already dead. So brutal. Yeah, you could tell it died because it just vanished off the enemy reader. So even though it's doing its little cute stand-up animation, it doesn't do anything for us. I did it slightly too early. That's a shame. Okay, so we're gonna do some slime duping. We'll let Tiggy and company go forward. I don't plan on advancing the plot very much here at all. 1, 2, 3. Set up for slime dupes. Gonna mash the slime button. There you go. Infinite slimes and perish. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put a freeze trap. Visca should kill these things nearly instantly. Yeah. Visca's overpowered. When you see a HuCast do that, they can actually kill them in one combo. Just 3 specials and they're all instantly dead. It's kind of disgusting. Okay. trap gotcha. Kind of sad. I tried. Shotgun equals not gonna dodge it. 1, 2, 3. Pull the slimes a little bit here. Sadly, so far no rare slimes, but I doubt we'll see any. Yeah, I'd like to do little baby steps here, just to pull them closer to the door. So for whatever reason, they beat me to the Volmer, which in this case they didn't. But in theory, if somebody else beats me to that room, which should generally happen, honestly, then every extra step there should be good. My telepipe is up. Switch back into Jaya. We'll take Chris's buffs, and then we'll, I guess we'll see where we go. Chris was fighting the urge to rest, he saw Tiggy's health. Oh, got rested. It's fun. I'm just kidding. No, I don't think either of us used Dark Flow here. What I can say, though, is that this boss is ultra dead. Thank you for this allure on this boss. Appreciate it. And dead. Okay, you'll see people with Kafoe stack them here. Otherwise, you can hold down on your controller if using the controller. You'll end up on the right. Well, you'll end up on the side of the ramp where the money is. See how I ended up there? Very convenient. Does it make sense relative to how I was positioned? Absolutely not. I don't understand the camera flips at all in this game, how they angle me. Just think about it this way. I would have to hold left in order to go left, right? According to where it was, but I held back. And I could hold back and right in order to go to the bottom left. So there's some camera shenanigans that are happening that don't make a ton of sense. Yeah, so basically somebody will go forward, they could kill a bunch of guild chicks. Or not guild chicks. They could kill the cannibins. We're gonna kill the guild chicks. As long as I have like a ranger with me or a UCAS, I don't really care. Basically just follow buddy system rules here and it should be fine. So they'll kill most of the cannibins, or if they left the cannibins alone, it's not a big deal. I'll go kill them. Generally speaking, the QCAS will be the one that wants to bully Sinnoh Reds and stuff like that. Nice. The rest of the team should move on. Piggy needs your help. I'm gonna solo the Sinnoh Blues, so don't worry about me. There we go. Yeah, you gotta keep Tiki safe. Tiki has to deal with all the lasers. He's got the hard part. I got the easy part. I'm doing cleanup right now. Good. Oops. I wasn't sure where he spawned. Alright, so I'm a little behind, so I think I'm only gonna do one Sinnoh Blue wave. That's probably fine. Nice try though, Sinnoh Blue. He gave it his all. And I just shot him from behind. Dishonorably. Gentle little HP. Team should probably revive Tiki. Take some damage there because I pulled him a bit weird. That's fine. Yeah, any more than this I think is max greed. I gotta leave after this. So technically I could take a telepipe to them, but it's probably fine. Okay, I'm gonna slow down the thing with Girasol. Or not Girasol. If I did that, that would be really bad. I'll Twin Blaze it. So I'm assuming Crystal Stun Lock. I don't think Retract has a Spread Needle. This is where having like an Arrest Needle or Spread Needle is good. Otherwise, I'm just gonna Twin Blaze it alone. Unfortunate, it got away. I'm just gonna try to get ahead of it, slow it down a little bit with Kafoe. Yeah, we do here. Veneers, Granite. There we go, we got through it. Yeah, I think we got enough time for one more TTF, and we'll switch over to the retrospective. The timing on it's not too bad. Goodbye, my HP. You went to a good cause, which is berserking. Imperials, I guess. Heavenly HP, not bad. I guess I'll go for Freeze Trap here. I could have Dark Flowed there if I wanted to, but I'm like, I feel like it. I thought about it. The thought entered my head briefly. I was like, I could Dark Flow. The problem is she's kind of inconsistent with it. Is that I don't have Dark percentage on that to like maxed out degree, and she kind of needs it. Yeah, so far timing wise, I think we're doing fine. We're like about 10 minutes coming in. Normally a full clear is like 10 minutes 30 on the boss. We're pretty close to where we need to be. Let Tiki clean those things up. 25 hit, not bad. Yeah, like like we wanted to, we could just go straight to the boss at like 10 minutes. It's fine. Rip Chris. I'm gonna Freeze Trap here. I'm gonna move over to where the Ranger is, because there's no way the Sorcerer's not coming towards Chris. Yeah, that's what I thought. Sorcerer saw Chris and went, It goes Ranger. The hate is real. Put a Freeze Trap down here, put a little happy Freeze Trap down here. Fine. You already got the other ones. I didn't even need to place the other one, but that's fine. Damn, no Spread Needle. Fortunate. Hoping to pick one up for Retract here. It is what it is, I guess. Sorcerer's Raider Repulsa takes those Rangers, exactly. We're gonna watch her monsters grow. All over. Yeah, we're part of those, what did he call them? Plucky teenagers or something weird? I've not seen that show in a long time. Thinking about character names, there's like, what is it? Bulk and Skull were the bullies. Kimberly was the Pink Ranger. I think Jason was the Red Ranger. Oh, Teenagers with Attitude. Okay, I was gonna say, he said something with teenagers. Billy was the Blue Ranger. Zach the Black Ranger. And I think Tommy was the White/Green Ranger. And it's like... I forget the Yellow Ranger's name. I want to say it was like a T something. I was gonna say Trinity, but it's not that. It'll come to me. Anyway, let's kill the Dark Falls. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like, I know it's close, I just honestly don't even remember what the real name was. Let alone, like, the character name. It's close. Get rid of some of these. Yeah, hitting that without a Cleo is really hard to debuff with Zalor, so don't feel bad if you miss it with Zalor. It's actually really annoying to hit it. So I'd recommend in the future, if you ever find yourself in support roles, not for Chris specifically, but for other people, Cleo on Ramarl and Hunuworl means that you could basically stand roughly halfway in the Trini. Okay, no. So you could stand roughly halfway in the arena and still debuff, which helps so that you don't have to walk forward to debuff this boss. Yeah, this boss is very annoying to debuff at level 20, so good luck to whoever has to do it. Oh, you're so done, boss. Let me berserk. Oh, you better pray you don't end your turn in front of me. It'd be over for you. Yeah, that's what I thought. It knew. It's like, I'm a berserk's out. I'm like, yeah, you don't want to mess with this. You want to go over there. Your best chance of surviving. Or more to drink. Goodbye, boss. Music pause. Did. 14 minutes? Pretty solid for a full clear. That's pretty much where I target. I want to be about 14 minutes. Or like 14:01. I'll take it. Tracked a whopping 162. This character's just bullying falls now. I didn't use enough healing to justify doing anything else. But what I will do is drop Escape Doll in case people needed it. Ready to get my S rank, because there's no way that wasn't an S rank. I don't care how many people died. Bro has a bloodlust chat. I don't know if we talked about this before. He's like, listen, you could take like 18 minutes, but he's like, oh, you killed like 180 people? He's like, yes, good. And he watches the people do like the 11-minute runs. He's like, well, I'll give you a rank if you want it. Then he gives you the A rank. That was extremely unstable and edgy. Yeah, we saw that one quest. That one quest was something else. So yeah, plus side of doing this quest, free skip dolls. I don't remember. It was probably, it had to be a maximum attack. It was not a retrieval, it's not an exterminate. It could technically have been a VR, but I'm pretty sure it was a maximum attack. Because there's ones where you kind of choose the routes. I think all of the choose the routes are maximum attacks. Put away 2 skip dolls, so really don't need that many on my character. Yeah, that quest was something else in episode 2. What happens when Terrell's left alone? Left to his own devices. It goes increasingly insane as he starts ranting about weird tower descriptions. Yeah, it had to be like one of the maximum attacks that we never do. Where you could choose like, I think like the Lily route or like the Build-out route. We just happened to pick one of the weird routes. The Insano dialogue. 25 hit Disco Brain, man. A shame. Right, chat? What a shame. Could have been something good. That's post-teching, by the way. If it was 35, I would have picked it up for a new player, but it's like... terrible. Yeah, we are murdering. Materials. Yeah. As well as pop boxes since I'm here. Oh, realized that Retract actually got an item from that. Oops, I would have telepiped. My bad. On my health bar. I think I dodged Chris again, but it also sounds like it didn't heal again. I just turned hard left to try to dodge it. Oh, that red ring might have pushed me over. Oh, barely didn't. Okay, good. I was gonna say, I couldn't remember how much the rounding was. This is 12% health? Gonna walk around for a little bit. Red ring regen kind of matters. Fine. Wow. Insta-killed again. How embarrassing, Dragon. The power of Pew Pew Laser double Dark Flow Sword. They're like, yeah, we're just gonna have to kill you now. Don't worry about it. I'll easily take that Diamate for later. Some safety hell. I'm very unlikely to take damage from slime. Might as well eat it. Oh, cool. There we go. Let's kill Mr. Slime over here. By the way, you don't actually have to help me with Lily. I'll be fine. My damage is insane. You just help them with it. Yeah, there we go. See, I do about 800 a hit, but it could potentially just do 1200 on a crit, and then I double hit. So it's possible I just kill them in one swing, which is why, like, if I do actually get a better Disco Brave Man, like, if it had, like, a little more machine, and unironically A-Beast, I think she would be in a really good position. Because there's times where I'm, like, just a little under killing them. Because if you think about it, if you add about, like, let's say 1250 and about 850, I'm a little under 2300 most of the time, with, like, the plus-minus of the Hunters, because they have a damage range of 15 on every strike. So even just having, like, 10% A-Beast, I think would stop it from low-rolling me and stopping a kill. And you can see those enemies have, like, 2394. Unless I get, like, double crit, they're not going to die. Things of that nature, where there's potentially some breakdowns that could help me. And where I actually actively use Disco Brave Man. He's basically machine and A-Beast only. It does not matter to me in the slightest if I get native percentage. Maybe if I'm doing, like, more of a full run, but not in TTF. I like how I targeted there. That was a good kill from the group. It's gonna walk to the back of the raft while holding down. See if we could get another heart up like we did the other day. Congratulations, Tiggy. One of the last presents of 2025 for the group. Yeah, you can see where, like, freeze is super useful, because if you have a lot of people helping with the guild chicks, then it's just better to freeze them in place. Done. I can clean this guy up every time. We're good. Yeah, they're starting to clean up the cannabins. I think we can move on. I'll stay behind for the group. I think the team has helped kill enough. I should be good. Yeah, these are slightly more rewarding to kill than the Sinnoh Blues. I don't really care about Kasami Bracer at all. Although if I keep whipping my normals, it's not worth it. On presence. Probably get one set of Barans, or not Barans, one set of Sinnohs killed. I killed like 8 or 9 targets, which is about the same as killing all of the Sinnoh Blues. These guys are not worth as much as I said before. Oh, I didn't realize there were 3 alive. Oops. That was almost really bad. Because I was like, I could kill 2 really quickly, but I was like, uh-oh, 3rd one. Yeah, I could get 1 more set of kills here. I feel like this is not super greedy to get. Yeah, and they're still knocking me down at level 190? Seriously? You can steal, please. Your defense is so bad. Okay, we're out of here. Although I might do a retreating confused trap. Accidentally whipped it. Whatever. There we go. I'm not too far behind the group. Doesn't seem like I got them any extra PDs, so it's fine. Yeah, the other quest I think might have been like maximum attack 2 version 1 or something weird. This is kind of like one of those things that people normally reset it in Temple. Straight bullying this boss now. HP in case I get targeted with missile. He was nowhere. I killed him with my mind, don't worry about it. Oh, it healed first? GG to the boss then. What a fool. What a fool. Okay, I'm actually gonna unironically Twin Blaze here to pop boxes. There we go. That'll help a little with the clear. Exactly. Foolish fool indeed. Wow, Tiggy just said no to the Darkbringer. Big oof to Darkbringer. I swear if that freeze trap doesn't go off, I was gonna lose my mind. It's like, please detonate so I don't have to hit the other enemy. Put a freeze trap down, dodge a little bit here. That was a good kill. And again, just consistency. Like, we're coming in around the 10-minute mark despite full clearing nearly every floor. So I'm like, I'm okay with. Listen, if we spend an extra minute, but we get 100 extra kills, basically getting an extra kill a second, and almost all of them are valuable kills. Like, okay. I think anybody's gonna complain about that kind of ratio. These guys. You. Drop down here. Sadly, it looks like we are going without a spread needle until the end of 2024. We tried. There was like 16 or 20 total clears of them, but alas, it was not meant to be.
Is that a monolith?
Goodbye, spinners. Over here we're about to stand. A big opening. Yeah, there's one right behind me, but it is absolutely not worth shooting until the others go away. Okay, there we go. somebody like right behind me, but if there's another spinner chasing, I think that's also the mistake I see players do. If there's a spinner that's literally about to hit you, and just because another one is targetable that's near it doesn't mean you should stop to do it. Unless you've been counting like I was there, to know that we're doing 2 full clears and then we need to clear between 1 and 3, depending on how well we cleared the other things. It's kind of not worth taking a risk there. If you're at full health, it doesn't matter, but when you're playing as like Hunter and Darkflow, like you have to make those snap decisions and not think about it for like 5 minutes. Just realize that will kill me, or that won't kill me. We need the dot mate here. Okay, I wouldn't get hit. It was centered on me. I'm pretty sure. When you look at that kind of pattern, I think it was, no joke, just dead centered on me. So that kind of sucked. So I think almost no matter where I moved, unless I went to the extreme edge of the arena, I don't think I was going to dodge though. Unfortunate. That other side of the arena for me. Dirty short cycler. Alright, Chad, I'm disappointed in you, Falls. The battle could have been over. You're extending your life by like a whole minute. What a jerk. Wow. Well, I'm dying for the cause. Just revive me, Chris. There we go. Wow, and it short cycled. Wow, that is so rude. That is such a bad pattern. It went opposite almost everybody. It really sucks. Okay, please let me hit the boss a little. There we go. Boss. Okay, well that is, I think that's gonna be our last red ring attempt. It's before 11:30. Well, you know, we'll squeeze in one more. I don't think the next run will take 23 minutes. Might as well do that. Well, on the plus side, I'm getting escape bill back. Yeah, that was such a bad pattern. Unfortunate. Ooh, I went money positive as a hunter using Jaya. That's always fun. Okay. Definitely the final TTF at this point. I don't want to risk another one. We'll give Falls one last chance to apologize for those drops. It's like we lost part of the team. I was gonna say, damn, I've been putting away some team points. It's almost 16,500. A lot of points. Uh-oh. Think you're gonna crash? Thinking about it. Rip Tiggy if Tiggy crashed. Rip Tiggy. Oh yeah, we can have up to 70 people in the guild. We do have a team flag. We do have the dressing room. We've unlocked the team quest. Maybe one day I'll explore more of the counter stuff. Give Tiggy a couple minutes. They're probably just restarting the PSO. There we go. I can say very dramatic music for the arrival of Tiggy. It's gone full boss music. The least I could say during the event so far, I actually did a sort of Cycle 1 run, and it wasn't even just a one-off like we do in TTF. Did like 12 or 13 chances total of Cycle 1 multiple times in a row. I can say that we had chat experience Christmas Fiasco. The word enjoyed is not proper in that sentence, but it's proper to say they experienced it and now they understand. They didn't even see Seabed, which I think is one of the worst parts of that quest. Just be thankful, chat. Consider that the Christmas wish. You didn't have to see Seabed in that quest, because holy is that quest nearly unplayable. I'm sure it was designed for people with nothing but challenge mode weapons, and it is insanely unfun to do without nothing but max gear. I think at one point it was like a 6 Del Beater, like 4 Morphos wave. Just absolute degeneracy. So bad, chat. I remember just getting run over and over by like alternating Del Beaters while lasers are sniping you full screen. I remember that. No, it's like, why would people play this? And then I just haven't played it in like 2 years. And we did the beginning of CF2. That was at least tolerable. I think that's kind of the same thing with Penumbral Surge. The beginning is, like, technically tolerable. But is it fun? No. Unfortunate. There we go. Nice glitch. I think it just doesn't know what to do. When 2 Dark Flows hit the boss at the same time, it's like, listen, it's taking damage all over the place. It's kind of like Bazooka and Dark Flow can do it. I don't know if Dark Flow by itself can do it. I think it's when it starts trying to register multiple sources of damage, it just gives up. It's like, yeah, you killed me, whatever. Just moves on. Nice Photon drop for Tiggy. I would like to state though, chat, this has been the saddest 6 hours of gameplay, question mark. Where are the presents? So sad. Welcome, Cold Fusion. Oh no, did you do CF2? Oh, jeez. CF2 is such a mess. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put a happy little freeze trap down. Oh, CF1 is easy. I'll be real with you. See, that's just called use a fire trap. And if you're in there by yourself without any casts, I would say that's more of a party issue. They're super easy to kill. We'll showcase killing them or duping them. I actually like the slimes a lot. They have some really good drops. Let's do some slime duping, actually. Yeah, fire traps can instantly kill slimes regardless of level. But I don't want to do that with this ID. I actually want more slimes. Give me more slimes. Speaking of slimes. Yeah, there you go. Dupe. Unfortunately, lyrics are happening while I'm slime duping, which is kind of annoying. Stop giving me songs with lyrics. Oh, no lyrics. Lyrics banned. But anyway, fire traps don't really care what the state of the slime is in. So even if you don't hit their spawn point, it still does insane damage to them. Down. So yeah, I don't know. Slimes are not my complaint about CF1. Yeah, slimes are super easy to kill for casts. What I find annoying in CF1 are the like 7 Barans. they're just not really fun to fight. I wish they'd just been spread across more waves than just having the bulk of the monsters there. Yeah, we do a little strategy where we do 3 normal attacks, or you could do 3 powers attacks too. Oh, I'll read the comment. I was trying to kill them with the spread gun. Oh yeah, that's gonna take way too long. If you have frozen shooter, you just frozen shooter them. It's not too bad. Frozen shooter you can pick up in forests. Although if you're playing below ultimate, then yeah, I don't recommend. That would explain why it's taking so long. That sounds like a weapon choice issue. Like you can kill them with like Excal or Galatine technically with most characters without being like super high level. But those are not things you will casually have entering the difficulty. A little freeze trap down with them. Yeah, I mean, look at the damage of Disca. One combos them out of existence. Get rid of you. Oh, CF2 on the other hand. That quest is something. That was the no fun zone of quests. Yeah, if you want to see some unfair spawns, CF2 has got them all. Got the cross formation, murder lilies. Got dark room gimmicks. It's like, oh. What were they thinking with that quest? I think only spaceship is like the only part of it that is like playable. Everything after that is just like, what were they thinking? Yeah, CF just kind of has a problem where it's just like it has a really good caves, and then its mines are not bad depending on the ID, but it's more like spawn patterns are just kind of not that fun most of the time. I mostly blame the Baran's rooms. Oops. Angled incorrectly in that room. Yeah, we're gonna show you the power of the Confuse Trap, by the way. Why are you still targeting me? Oh, you got unconfused at some point. That's annoying. Yeah, there's like a lot of tricks that are not spoken of. Like, most people wouldn't know that fire traps just basically instantly kill them. Let's try this again. Dead center in the room, pause trick through. Fun. And 2 enemies dead without me shooting them. That's always fun. See, the trick is I need to be slightly more off-center. Oh, no. You know what? That's why I'm getting knocked down. I don't have D-band 30. I'm so used to the stats with D-band 30. Yeah, I can't do the other stats. Tricks. Unfortunate. Actually, I'm just gonna telepipe if somebody has something. Like walking. Twin Blaze. I think your best weapon right now is Gatling +9. Yeah, I would definitely not recommend Christmas Fiasco if you literally just entered Ultimate. Forest actually has a lot of good rares for new players, whether it's like Red Handgun or Frozen Shooter in particular for Rangers. That way you freeze them solid and they can't do anything. And depending on ID, you even get things like Heavenly Arms or even Heavenly Battle, depending on, again, what ID you are. Just unlock the screen. So I think it's gonna pop up the turrets. Not much I can do about that. Yeah, it's like how would players know that the monitors only care about ATP? So like, if you hit it with the spell, right? You think the spell damage would matter versus that, and it doesn't. So you'll see people wield like high ATP weapons when they fight full up, even while casting spells, because that's all it cares about. Your spell does 20 damage, well, you had 1800 ATP, you kill the monitors faster. Well, you don't kill the monitors faster, you kill the boss faster, which is confusing. Yeah, we generally don't want to break the monitors. We want to stun lock as long as possible. Yeah, there's just like a lot of weird things in PSO. Like you just have somebody has to tell you, like literally some of these things. I don't know how people found some of them. Do I go back for a gel in 30? I don't think I care. I thought about it. I'm like, I need to do a little freeze trick here. We're gonna pause so we don't target. Corner, kill him. And last one is so good. I'll put a safety freeze trap here. Kill you. The other Arlen. Poor Arlens. They try. But let's set up a nasty Disca here. Goodbye. Yeah, like that Disca of Brave Man, you could have technically found that on like hard mode. Like there's weapons in this game. It doesn't make sense. They're just like, you know what? You found it in hard mode. Great. It's one of your best in slots, believe it or not. Hope you picked it up. Just kind of one of those things. You're like, oh, I didn't know. Take a Star Atomizer heal. Yes. Oh, I'm controlled Delty. Leave me alone. I'm gonna touch that die fluid. Okay, I'm gonna put a freeze trap here. Dodge. Ooh. A great way to end this room. Don't beat Berserk handgun. I mean, it's not a Berserk handgun, but I don't want these. Disappointing. I'd rather have the PDs. Unfortunate. I guess I could get fancy with this boss. Why not? Let's train our health. Let's see how awake I am. Can I do this strat? So we're gonna put ourselves purposely extremely low, and our goal is to not heal at any point. A little more safety health and then drain, yeah. Some pause tricks so I don't target properly here. If we maneuver very well, I don't need to worry about being hit by these spinners. I was gonna say, I wasn't sure if that spinner behavior would change, so that's why I just kind of waited that one out. Oh, that was almost super bad. I thought somebody was gonna shoot the other one. That scared me. I got jump scared. I was like, wait, nobody was gonna shoot that? Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright. So let's go ahead and use our giant murder sword now that we're low on health. Ooh, I'm out of position. I don't know if it'll work. No, it won't. Controlled. So sad. I get. Wait, no, I can still use it. I can use it on the boss this phase. Yeah. Okay. I needed to be like 2 steps forward so I didn't get caught there, but I think I can hit the boss now because of where it put me. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Slap the boss for 2,000 damage. What do you get? Okay, that's just rude. I'm gonna safety heal because I don't know what the boss is gonna do. Dodge all these spinners, doesn't really matter. Almost got hit by somebody else's spinner. That would have been hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, if I died from that, I would have been like... That would have been my fault for sure. Silly boss. Well, anyway, here comes a point where we can't really avoid this damage. I'm sure you can maybe do some invincibility shenanigans, but it's not possible to just walk out of the boss attacks here. I'm just gonna commit to damage. Forward. Okay. You know what? I'll take the boss just missing me. Goodbye my health total. If the boss becomes untargetable again, it's dead. Come on, don't short cycle. You short cycler, gross. So unfortunately, RNG determines whether or not that boss comes down again. Yeah, that would have been a 14-minute clear. What a jerk. I swear if I died at this, I'm gonna be so sad. I think I died due to Fireball Chip. That's so sad. Fireball Chip too strong. I had 900 health, it had 957. I think I died to Fireball, unironically. Because I do 200 a shot, so I shouldn't ever put myself at a point where I would die to that. So somebody hit for 50. Rip me. Goodbye, Scape Doll. Oh, well.
Fireball!
I know, such is life. We died to Fireball. Anyway, I think that's all for now. I think we did fine. We got a present. I mean, I technically finally got a present after like 3 hours of play. Kinda rough. A bit unfortunate. Because I think overall we killed probably close to 2,000 enemies before we saw the present with double present rate and double drop rate. That kind of blows. Not gonna lie. I don't really care about the armor that we picked up, or not armor. I don't care about the handgun we picked up. It's one of those things, it's really great for starting players, but we have passed that point a while ago. We don't care about those drops. We might sell it to people that really need it, I guess. Stock my telepipes. Ooh, I forgot to check. Did charge arms or anything appear in the shop? Regular Vulcans. Unfortunate. Oh, there we go. Listen, chat. We can defeat falls, but we can't defeat the random movement NPCs. Listen, they're too strong for me. Just gonna walk around them, hopefully. We did it. Go on, give us the S rank, yada yada. Give me that S rank. Get that Scape Doll back. I lost at the end. We're all good. They'll just be a little shy in terms of money returned. But anyway, chat, we're gonna go ahead and take a break. As we're coming up on the new year. We're going strong. I mean, looking at the timer, even with like the 10-minute break, we did almost 6 hours and 45 minutes of PSO. So I think it's time to call it here. We are going to do a retrospective after this. We're gonna talk about all the things we did this year. And we get to potentially shame a whole bunch of games. But in terms of, I guess, how the event went for 2024, which we'll leave it there. I don't feel like changing it. I feel like we got a lot of presents in the run for other players. I didn't see that much, unfortunately. At least on the plus side, we could say Retract, Retract's roommate, are at least at a point where they can carry runs on their own, sort of. We still have to eventually get more Cannon Rouges for them. Sadly, we didn't see any during our many hours today going through and fighting Red ID Episode 4, for example. But we did show off the power of the Cannon Rouge. We dumpstered poor Okaflow and Respect of Tomorrow. The boss literally didn't get to do anything. Did the boss even attack? I don't think it did, right? Yeah, no, the boss didn't even get an attack in. So it had 2 phases, 0 attacks, so that's kind of embarrassing. So we showed off the power of Milo Eula in combination. Yeah, not once. The boss just actually got destroyed. But yeah, Cannon Rouge, super powerful. Heaven Strikers we used kind of throughout the run, whether it was Pew Pew Laser or auto-aim berserking or shooting things where normally your shots would never reach, like on Ogaflow, where we shot up in the sky and that didn't make any sense at all. We're like, whatever, it works. We're not gonna question it. But yeah, hopefully as we come into the final couple of weeks, or at least the 2025 portion of the 2024 winter event, is that we get a few more ranger weapons for the people that join on stream. Hopefully we can end up getting maybe a good X-Cal for HellCleave, or a good Heaven Striker with high hit percentage. We'll see. We'll try. So if HellCleave ends up being free in the future, we'll try to do some, what is it, the GDV resets on Yellow ID or something like that. So that'll be the goal. We still have a couple of days left in the event, so don't worry about it. I think it ends on the 10th or the 11th, maybe the 11th. I won't be doing a lot of bonus streams since I would like a break from PSO, so we'll take a small break. But expect more on the weekend, of course, and expect some probably on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But that's probably it in terms of bonus streams, so don't expect another Wednesday one at all, for example, between now and the end of the event. But for now, chat, let's go ahead and say goodbye to YouTube. So if you did watch to this point in the video or the VOD, I'd like to say thank you for watching, and I guess see you in 2025.